Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is super exciting because we're going to be talking about the ColourPop. Their sister brand, the Soul Body, came out with a face and body bronzing balm. And this release is exciting because it's the first release that we've seen from drugstore that is coming anywhere near the Chanel bronzer, because nothing in drugstore has come to even like a creamy bronzer like this, other than like stick formulations. And there was like a cushion one, but like a balm that Chanel one is like, this is like the first release. So I'm not exactly sure why there is nothing about this on YouTube yet. I purchased this on release day, and I thought maybe people that receive PR would have already gotten on YouTube and posted about it, because I personally was excited about it. Anyway, so we're going to be chit-chatting about this. We're going to compare it to the Chanel bronzer. We're also going to compare it to the Tarte bronzer, as well as the Fenty Beauty one, as well as I do have the rounded kabuki brush that came along with this. Let's just jump right into the video. All right, we zoomed you in. So again, this is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I don't remember the prices, but I will go ahead and pop them on the screen for this. I believe this came out in 4 shades. If not, again, I'll correct myself on the screen. But I have this in light, which is the second to lightest. I believe there is like a fair as well. So this is what it comes like. Just says Soul on it. It is a really pretty kind of like nudie pink type of packaging, similar to what KKW does. And then it does have the frosted jar. This comes, it says it's vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and all that. And it is 31 grams. And then compared to the Chanel one is 30 grams, which is weird because the size comparison, it looks like the Chanel one is bigger, but this one actually has 1 gram more of product. It does have the exact same thing that the Chanel one has. It's like a plastic little cover. I recommend you keep these covers because they really do help keep your products from drying out that are like this. So here's the color. So let's do some comparisons and some swatches. We'll open up the Chanel one. Again, here's the Chanel plastic one. I always keep these. So this is the original. I know they came out with more shades. This is the original shade that they had. And let's compare those. They look fairly similar. I'm going to say I don't see a big difference between the two. But let's do some swatcheroo. Ooh. Okay. So this is the Soul Body. It is very creamy, very oily, like really interesting. But here's the swatch on that. So I hope you guys can see that. Right there is the swatch of the Soul Body. It's kind of hard to see. Now we're going to do the Chanel one. Again, this is in the original. So feel-wise, the Chanel one is thicker. It feels thicker. Even when you're touching it, it feels like a thick cream. Versus the Soul Body one is almost like slippery, like it's a slick, like an oil feel. So let's swatch this one right next door. So this is so much more pigmented. So this one, as you can see, it's very fair. Oops, sorry. This one right here at the edge is the Soul, and then we have the Chanel. As you can tell, the Chanel is darker and more richer. However, I feel like maybe on the face you will not be able to tell the difference. The next one I want to compare it to is the Tarte one. This is their cream bronzer in seashells. This is the one that came out, I feel like it came out this year if I'm not wrong, but I got the small little size of it. This texture is like the Chanel and the Soul Body mix. Like, it is still thick but also has that slick to it. So I feel like it's that perfect in-between road. This one seems really, ooh. I got like a lot of product. Okay, so this one right here at the edge, the darkest one, is the Tarte one. I have compared the Tarte one to the Chanel one in a previous video. I'll link that down below if you were interested. And I do believe that the Tarte one is very similar. Like when I put them on the face, you really couldn't tell a difference between them. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more of this product and kind of just build it up over here at the end, because I feel like I didn't put enough product on and you can't really tell. All right, to show you guys here on the end, I built up the Soul one just so you could see it a little bit better. I felt like you just couldn't see it real well. The last product I have it to compare to is the Fenty Cream Bronzer, and this is in Butter Biscuit, and I love that name. Like, truthfully, I picked this color out because of the name. So here is Butter Biscuit. This one, texture wise, again, it is thick, just like the Soul one. I mean, just like the Chanel one. Right here at the end is Butter Biscuit. So as you could tell, the tone of them all are pretty similar. They're all warm. These two on the end, the Soul Beauty and the Chanel, are the closest to one another. So I feel like the way it looks wise, although the texture is a little bit off, it's not the same, but I feel like it's the closest, and it's the first drugstore item that even comes near that. So I feel like the way it looks, it is a dupe the way it looks, but we will see, of course, how it applies to the face and all that. But so far, I'm excited that somebody in the drugstore finally came out with that. So I also have the Soul Beauty Rounded Kabuki brush. I feel like this is a good one for the body, but here it is. Nice, super soft. I do like ColourPop's brush. Right, so we're just gonna go in, and I don't even know how to, like, this brush is so fat. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, tapping it in there. Like, I'm getting a pretty decent amount of product on the brush, and then I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna start off by tapping it. Okay. This actually looks so nice, and it blended into the skin so quickly. So that's that. I really like this brush. Actually, it is kind of fat, like, and super duper round, and it's not usually something I go to for like cream products, but dang, I really like it. So I think on the other side, I'm going to try a sponge. Sometimes I do dip in a sponge. A lot of times I actually dip in a sponge. And so this is a e.l.f. sponge. I'm sorry it looks horrible because I use it like every day. And I'm just gonna go in again and just dabble in there, and we'll see how this side goes. So we're coming back around town. Okay, so looking at it as I apply, I don't know if you guys have noticed the difference, but this side is much softer, and it applied much softer and lighter with a sponge. I don't mind it this way, but I feel like you might need to build it up more with a sponge. So I'm gonna dip it in one more time, and then I'm gonna go over a second time to see how it applies a second time. Okay, I feel like now it's kind of building up. I'm going to take this brush. This is from, what is it, B&B or whatever. This is a sculpted duo brush that I got in like a BoxyCharm, and I'm taking this small end and I'm going to dip it in here, and we're going to try to contour our nose. I'm going very slightly because I don't want to like overdo it on the nose, but this is definitely a warm bronzer. All of the shades actually looked quite warm. So, guys, so here is what it looks like. The lights might be potentially washing it out. I do like it both ways. I feel like I really don't have a preference. Let's zoom you in. This side is with a sponge. I did 2 layers with a sponge here. And then this side was the one that had 1 layer with their kabuki brush. I don't know, can you guys tell a difference? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you have a preference? Do you like sponge or no sponge? I definitely always go back and forth. I don't have like a complete set preference. Sometimes I want to do it with sponge, sometimes I do it with a brush when it comes to cream products in general. Like, I always go back and forth. I'm not really set with it. All right, you guys, so I just finished. I topped off the bronzer very, very slightly with the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer, just so it's not like tacky. It wasn't very tacky to begin with. It was like a slight tackiness, but just so it doesn't move out, like I did a very slight layer of bronzer over it. And then I just did highlight, and this is the final look. Again, most of this bronzer is the Soul bronzer because I really barely tapped any of the e.l.f. bronzer on. Anyways, so again, I'm not exactly sure why nobody on YouTube is talking about this. Like, how is nobody talking about this? When I saw it on Trendmood, I ran and bought it because I was like, oh my goodness, like I love cream bronzers, cream stuff, and like it's about time drugstore came out with something like this, right? And who knew that Soul Body would be the first one? Anywho, this is amazing. I highly recommend it. I love it. The ingredients are very nice. It's a clean brand. I love ColourPop and Soul Body overall. They're great. The brush was really nice. I do like the brush. I feel like it is so soft, such good quality brush. But if you already have a brush, then you really don't need to purchase this. This is just like an extra, like it's not necessary. If you have your own tools at home, like do not even bother. But this is so exciting. So if you like cream bronzers, I highly recommend you go check this out. This has way more shades than the Chanel one ever did, or probably even ever will. But this is an amazing product, and I'm super excited that they came out with it. So I apologize if sometimes I randomly zoom in, like I accidentally touch the little thing to zoom in on accident. Anywho, let me know down below if you guys are excited to pick this up or not. I think this is a great product, very similar to the Chanel one. It's actually pretty similar to all of these. I feel like all cream bronzers are very similar to one another, but it is definitely the closest to the Chanel out of all of these. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. If you are not yet subscribed, I would gladly appreciate it if you subscribed and became part of my channel. And without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.